Now we have Link's speed going down, which is a little strange because I don't think he knows he has Marauders coming. So it's good for the Zerg player for that, but
I like that positioning on the Overlord on that ledge there. That's
yeah.
always...
Actually, this I use this.
Oh no! He doesn't.
No! But this he's gonna get this round. He's actually gonna take.
Actually, I think that actually
out.
worked against the Terran because he was not able to fire at his full range.
Now he's gonna be netting this. But what is he? What is this Zerg doing? Keeping his forces. You need to. This is a half committal on the Zerg players' part.
That was bad. I think that might have been a move command because I don't know how those other roaches didn't.
Again, I'm just convinced that he's just drawn to the tower. It's humming this.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you one day how do you feel about the fact that the Zerg are not as good as the Protoss, just at life.
Zerg are better than Protoss. Protoss were abandoned. You know that. I don't know much about Starcraft lore like you, but
the Protoss came first, and the Zerg can only be complete once they consume the Protoss. So that must mean the Protoss are better.
I don't like that. I don't see any. There's no evolution going on for the Zerg right now. Zerg's all about evolving and jumping and two-stepping, but we're just
dancing.
We have
Zerg like dance music.
Really?
Yeah, I'd love to see if instead of like the creepy choir type music that they have for the Zerg, techno-y music, whatever they have for the Zerg. I don't listen to it. I don't play Zerg. But instead of that creepy music, if they had like dance music.
Yeah, like ding 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 ding.
Like dance club music.
Oh, yeah. And then Zerg come to dance clubs and kill people.
Yeah.
So now we have Grog building missile turrets here. I guess he's... I mean, the thought that I would have if I was playing a Zerg player, and I've only seen kind of roaches and lings, is that he is going for some kind of teching up, secretly.
Yeah.
Which isn't really the case right now. I mean, we do have roach speed finished. And he is breaking down these rocks. I never know how I feel about this. I kind of don't... Like, I know it's quicker for, to get you... defended.
I don't think he should be taking down his own rocks.
Yeah, I usually like to have a little bit of extra defense, especially with a Terran unit, who just that extra time that it takes him to come around, is extra way to get a choke going on.
It does give you mobility. I don't know. I just don't think I don't like that move particularly. What upgrades are we on? Are we on what? I'm curious.
For Zerg?
For both players.
All right, I'll pause for 1 second. We have, I know we have the roach speed, we have link speed.
Zerg, no attack or defense upgrades, because I know Grog is getting his +1 upgrade.
Yeah.
For attack, so pretty even in that respect. I thought Grog actually had some upgrades done.
Well, he has the attack upgrade going. I think he had the combat shield or whatever.
Oh, does he have combat shields? I was mostly just asking about the +1.
Yeah, hold on.
Upgrades.
Yeah, the combat.
He does have combat shields. Okay, that's good.
Okay, so I mean, this is a strong force of Marauders. This also is a strong force of Lings and Roaches, too. We do have the second expansion going down for Zerg.
That's really vulnerable. I would want to be a little bit more careful with that, putting that down.
Yeah, but right here, this is going to be a crucial battle because this is going to determine whether or not that hatchery needs to cancel. And, using the scan to, I guess, see the units outside of this fog?
I don't know. What? Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. But he did take some heavy damage from the Zerglings. I saw a second wave of Zerglings came in mid-battle.
Yeah, and Zerglings are great against Marauders.
Yeah, especially when the range units are busy firing at other units, and you can actually get those Zerglings into range. They can really tear up.
See, now I'm not understanding this Zerg player's thought process so much. He's upgraded to a lair quite a long time ago, but he has done nothing to capitalize on it.
His money is staying pretty low. What's his energy, his queen energy at? I'm just curious if it's... I mean he's doing an okay job of macroing. He's macroing pretty hard.
Yeah, but he's not doing any of the extended creep. Whatever. Let's focus on Grog, because I feel like the Zerg player might not really be thinking clearly right now.
I mean, he does only have 30 drones to Grog's 50 SCVs.
So let's look at Grog's strategy right here.
Yeah.
So right now we have a unit combination that is primarily Marauders, couple of Marines, actually even force of Marauders and Marines.
I actually like this a lot.
And
I especially like the Hellions.
Yeah, the Hellions to push back those Zerglings as they're going to come in to take out
those Hellions.
The
are going to be great for just clearing the field.
Not
if he loses them though, like that.
That's
not a good force.
Going to have to push back.
Retreat
real quick.
Really quickly.
He has no chance. Grog, move! Even though I like Zerg killing people.
I do like that he canceled his command center though. That was smart of him. I don't like how long Grog's waited to get the stim pack upgrade. I feel like that's a very critical upgrade, and maybe you should even get that before your +1 attack and defense.
Well, what the Zerg player, and I think he is doing, is actually not so much in a situation when I'm like this, where I'm going against a heavy force of marauders or something that could really take me out pretty well. Focus firing is very important. Target firing each unit at a time, getting one marauder down at a time, not letting them get too many hits off, on you in general.
Yeah.
So now we do have this second expansion up for the Zerg, which definitely means that we're gonna be seeing.
That's cool that he was able to hold that. didn't expect that would happen.
I guess he just spent so long just worrying about.
But with Grog's better economy, I mean, you can really see Grog's better economy even off of 2 bases. I think he's going to catch up.
Yeah, well, just again, and I think this shows, why Grog is obviously a better player.
He's so good at macro.
Just his saturation. Grog's saturation is so much better than the Zerg's. The Zerg's saturation sucks.
Yeah.
Just there's no other way to
what's
put
Grog's money at? Is he stockpiling at all, or is he?
No.
He's keeping it low.
Yeah, they're both keeping it pretty low right now, which is great. But,
But Grog's taking so much more in, and that's something I think that people forget a lot about with macro, is that it's not just how low you are, it's how much what your income is and how low you are.
Yeah. And with that battle that Zerg had, winning that...
Ooh!
Yeah, this is great for the Zerg. But still, winning that battle before with the Zerg, and he needs to commit these roaches to hold this off. The Terran has double upgrades, going for more upgrades.
Now,
just so powerful against Zerg. But again, he should have taken that moment when he won the last battle to pump more drones, take a round or two.
That was very good positioning for the Terran.
When your opponent cannot push you, when you know they're set back a little bit, pump drones.
I liked that positioning because it's something that you don't see too often, which is really cool, is Terran abusing the choke. Because his units are so small and can clump together and get them all to fire from a clump, I think he used that position to prevent the roaches from getting a good arc, a good surround. Whereas, in this sort of open ground, the range units of the Zerg are going to be able to form a line really well around his infantry, and I don't think this battle is going to go as well for him. But
the one good thing, though, is, Simiard pulled back his Hydras. You have to pull any kind of battle like this, especially against anyone. Pull back your Hydras, get your roaches in there to absorb the damage, bring the Hydras back in. But the problem is you're dealing with, a Terran player who's been upgrading. Second upgrade is about to kick in, possibly during this battle. And again, we have no upgrades here for Zerg. We have just nothing. This guy, he's been just investing too much in units and not what the unit is worth.
But now, before you resume, can you draw a line with your cursor from here up through here? Now, imagine if there was a wall right in here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You take the mouse.
Yeah. Imagine if there was a wall right in this area, making a choke, right, to prevent, right here, to prevent the Zerg from forming their arc.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I feel like that would benefit the Terran because...
Why would there be a wall there?
I'm saying the difference between the previous positioning and this positioning.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That
of course.
When the Terran can be in that choke point and have all his units firing while the Zerg can't surround.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the difference. Whereas in the previous battle, he was able to overcome well, and now in this battle,
the Zerg is not able to quote unquote swarm their opponent.
Right now, in this situation, he's going to be completely surrounded.
So I don't know. This is a lot of upgraded units, and Zerg does not do well against upgraded units. You need to keep up upgrades against.
Yeah.
But I guess he is. So pleasure me wrong. How do you say that?
I'll
cover me tender.
I'll cover you with whatever you want.
Now
I like chocolate.